Hello, 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 hello. I was just changing the thumbnail on the live stream. The one that I uploaded had words on it. Hi, con artist. One, two. Welcome, welcome. Oh, these losers here. I just can't stand these people anymore. I've got to get out of Kentucky. And the thing is, in the news, I'll when more people are in the chat, some of this news is just so disturbing. Hi, River Bluff. What they're doing to people and their animals is just literally off the charts. Hit the thumbs up, guys. Hi, Maximilian. Welcome, welcome. Hit the thumbs up. We had like a heat wave today. It reached 70 degrees, and then last week it was like in the 40s. I was freezing. 74 in Illinois. Yeah, I noticed like last week when I was looking, I look at the weather like 3 or 4 times a day because it changes so frequently. Oh, thank you, River Bluff. Yeah, it's horrible. It's these criminals. You know why? Because I jumped from getting like I was when I first got monetized, which was a year and a half ago, I was getting about $20, $30. Then I got up to 70, and then I got up to like 150. Then I got up to 300, and and last month I got over $700. It went straight to the cats. I was like so upset because they charged me almost $1,500 in property taxes, which was not only unexpected but off the charts. So when the $700 came in for the cats, I was thrilled because they literally stole $1,500 from me. Hi, Gary, welcome. And then I get this notice, oh, you're smashing it from YouTube. And then 4 days later, I'm demonetized. I Once he says, I think when you explained about Dr. Pavlov and how the perps are being played themselves, they got mad at you. Hi, Cheryl. No, they're not. They shouldn't get mad at me. They should get mad at themselves. Get mad at their handlers. Get mad at the county lawyer. Get mad at all the people that they're working for that are playing them for fools. I mean, we all know how it works. I mean, come on. I grew up, around mafia guys, and I saw what they would do to people, when they knew too much, when they used them. What do they call them? Soldiers. They're little soldiers. They'd have their little soldiers do stuff for them. But then when they knew too much and stuff, they'd get rid of them, like not in a good way. It wasn't like they got fired. Let's put it that way. They didn't just get fired. They didn't just lose their jobs. Let's see. I open all four of my browsers and play ads on your channel. I browse well. Oh, that's so nice. Thank you so much. Well, it's so foolish I mean, YouTube has I can't even imagine how many channels YouTube has. But if they keep demonetizing people, they're screwing their own selves because they get 40% of whatever creators bring in. But when I actually got demonetized? I mean, David A, it happened to David A also. When we spoke out against some bigger people in the community, I'm not going to say who they are, but as soon as I spoke out about when I was a moderator for 2 years on that other creatures podcast, it was literally the next day. It was the next day. Just too much of a coincidence. Hi, Krista. Hi, Stephen. Welcome, welcome. How's everybody doing? Just me, welcome, B27. I think they get a third of all the monetary support. Yeah, YouTube, I actually looked it up. YouTube gets 40% of what a YouTube creator earns. You're feeling harassed by neighbors. It's horrible. And you know, I watch inspirational videos too. And see, back in the day before the targeting, I could so easily get myself back into Zen, but this is just it's just off the charts. Yes, yes, David A gave an interview to yes, yes. I gave an interview to her, but miraculously her recording didn't work. I mean, I do have the recording. It's on my other channel because as soon as I uploaded it to this one, I got a strike. The criminals tagged it. Yep. Yep, yep. Hi, Julius, Julius Caesar. Well, thank you for the compliment. Yeah, it's one thing. It's impossible to get to Zen. And besides the fact that I have so much going on here with the animals, like, and Cheryl, I mean, I know you think know things about possums. I think it's you. I have a swarm of possums. They're getting larger and larger. I think they're pregnant and they're eating all the food. They're eating all of the fox's food. Hi, John Smith. Welcome. It got to the point where, first of all, I don't eat meat, but I took it upon myself to buy a bag full of chicken legs. Hi, Mrs. Emerge, for the fox. So I gave out my first chicken leg tonight, and the fox was looked so excited. Let's see. I think it's off the charts right now because the new moon in Scorpio on Thursday. Yes, yes. Yeah, fish. I eat fish. I've been buying canned fish because I don't get into town to buy, regular fish. And I don't trust the fish in the stores anyway. The 40% is a mafia cut number. Oh, that's hilarious. I think that's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. Like, even when people have donated to me, like, I tell people, like, I already have all those donated links incorporated because of the cat rescue, over many years, but PayPal does take a cut. PayPal Giving Fund takes a cut. Um, Cash App does not take any money. Chewy does not take any money, so I get the full. Like, if a gift card is purchased, I get the full dollar amount. Um, well, I had a client back in New Jersey who was what do you call them? He was like not like a salesperson, like a marketing person, or whatever. And I remember him telling me, "Do not ever eat tilapia from the store." He says, "Just don't eat tilapia at all." And and I said, "Well, why?" And he explained the whole thing of what they do with tilapia, and like it gets frozen, and then it gets thawed out, and you buy the thawed out version and stuff. Yeah, the dues are horrible, and somebody left a really a leave. If you could hit the thumbs up, guys, because I see there are a lot of you guys. Hi, City of Fullerton. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, everybody. You're from OC. What's OC? Patreon has the best return. Good work channel did a rundown. It's a funny channel. I didn't see Joe. I didn't see Joe enter. Did okay, hi Joe if you're there. I didn't see you. I didn't see you pop on. I know that's a good idea. They get into all the food. It's disgusting. It's just another form of asset stripping and placing fear in a person because you don't know what. Hi Joe, welcome. Now I see you. Bear fungus, welcome. What an unusual handle that is. That peanut butter, oh my goodness. I was shocked. I was shocked. And I was wondering because, I went to get jelly the other day because sometimes I'll mix it in, jam, not jelly, jam, like a preserve. And sometimes I'll take a scoop and add it to my yogurt. Like if I've got a plain or a vanilla yogurt, I'll add it. And I noticed when I went in there, there was a less in there. It was like a fairly new jar, but I can't keep up track of everything. And now I know where they put it. They mixed it in with the peanut butter, and there was all this white fungus on the lid. It was disgusting. I have never seen peanut butter have a fungus on it before. I've been eating peanut butter for decades. So what new and exciting tactics have been utilized on you guys this week? I have these bumps all over my head. Somebody got into my house and they implanted something in the back of my head that hurts actually. I guess these criminals are very angry. Poor babies. Oh no. They steal everything. I don't you know what? I can't even say I know how they do the things that they do because I only see the results of what they do. Hi, killed hive mind. Exactly. Peanut butter lasts forever. It's sort of like honey. It just stays there. It is I agree. Hi, Rocco World. Yes, they are so jealous. Cheryl says it sounds like military to me. Oh, it sounds like military to me too. And Kentucky is huge military. And the morons in my community. See, the thing is, like, you can find these morons on Facebook because they're so narcissistic. They've got to put everything out there on Facebook, and you could see that there's a lot of ex-military guys around here. They like to steal my little cat socks that I purchased on eBay. Let's see. My registration magically went missing, even though they check my glove almost every day to make sure my ID and registration is in my glove box. You know what? I guess it's a good idea to make photocopies and leave them in different parts of your car if you drive a lot. Lori, did you get my message about YouTube video? Uh, did you send me an email or was it a comment? Krista says, fire trucks lesson for me after I acknowledge them every time they showed up at a grocery store. Riverbliss says, my stalking has become so boring. No more theater, no more red vehicles, just dues every day. Rahu's got a bunch of cringe military. Yeah, Steven says the main thing they mess with is his car. It seems like they're too scared to come inside my car. Yeah, a cat sock puppet show. I know I bought these socks, and at the top of the socks, they're like little cat face, like little cat ears. So, I bought them, I like them, so I decided I'm gonna buy them again. I buy them on eBay, I never receive them. One of the Freemason losers in the community, whose name I know now because I had it researched with Federal Express, signed for my package that paid for. 2 screws magically appeared on both of your oh, no, no biggie, replace them. A week later, you had screws in both of those same tires. I believe that. Yep. Everyone has a personal yet intertwining timeline, basically written by the universe personally for you all. John Smith says, depending on your mission. Well, random cuts on your steering wheel dents. You know who reported that also? Oh my goodness, his name just escaped me. The guy who died this year at age 51. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Cheryl says, I bet it did no good that you had the goods on him, Lorraine. No, what would it do? What would it do? I thought about, since I have a copy of the Federal Express routing and that he signed for my package, I could literally post it online on the Facebook page that I created for this town so that everybody could see the loser that stole my socks, my little kitty cat socks. Julia Caesar said, it just occurred to me that this stream is amazing. First time here, I had no idea how widespread the problem. Oh, there are millions, millions, million tires are expensive. Yes. Yes, can you imagine a grown man, like a 40-year-old man, stealing a woman's kitty cat socks? He probably gave them to his little wife, saying, "Oh, honey, look, I bought these for you." Maybe I will post it online. It's very widespread. Well, the playbook is the same, but it's not the same. Like, I was talking to a targeted woman in Florida years ago, and she said she hates talking about our individual targeting on the phone because it seems like every time she gets off the phone with me, whatever I tell her was done to me, her perps start to do to her. Picture the loser, lonely, doing cat sock puppet shows. It's going on everywhere. They want you to think you're alone. Exactly. Exactly. That's why they don't want us sharing information. But there are so many speaking out about it now. And then there's so many people that don't know they're targeted, but you can hear it. You can hear it like on YouTube and on TikTok, and it's like, wait a minute, that person is targeted. They just don't see the signs. They just don't know yet. Steven says, can I ask you and everyone here a question? When and why did all of you guys start getting targeted? Do you guys know exact reason or have suspicions? The cat socks probably makes his wifey wear them. The socks are his friends. Okay, yes, a lot of us understand. Let's see. I read your email too, so leave bait in your drafts and on your calendar. Perhaps his boyfriend wear his boyfriend is wearing the socks. Yeah. Let's see, Stephen. Oh, your grandfather is a Freemason. Okay, SS South, welcome, 2015. I've been targeted since at least 2012, but I think it started more 2009, and in hindsight, it could have even before that. Hi, Kevin, welcome. 6V6GT, welcome, welcome. Remember to hit the thumbs up. I see there are 39 people watching and only 18 thummies. Hi, STL, welcome. Let's see, Riverbluff, mine went over 2022. So mine went over. I'm in 2012. It was 2012. But it got really bad around 2015. 2015, the vandalism started. My cats started getting really sick. People following me, doing U-turns everywhere. People being really mean and nasty to me. But I just thought, well, it's just the rude people that live in Manalapan, you know? It was like ever since 9/11, a lot of people from New York and Staten Island ended up moving to New Jersey. And the Staten Island people, they were just really rude. You know, like the neighbors that moved next door to me at 52 Sutton Drive, Manalapan. As it goes in cycles, it sounds like BS when I hear other people claim that they're targeted, but I've been on the receiving end for over 10 years. Yes, every person on earth is targeted before birth. Well, this is what I think. I think that these criminals, these controllers, they know your birth chart. They know your destiny when you come into this lifetime. That's why when people poo-poo astrology, you really need to reconsider that the reason hi, Amy, welcome. The reason they target you in the way and at the timing that they do has a lot to do with your birth chart. It has a lot to do with moon cycles. It has a lot to do with the Saturn cycles. It has a lot to do with Jupiter cycles, reincarnation cycle. Yes, that's a good point. Mobbed at school, mobbed at work, stalked by police, fire on the street. They have cloaking devices. Oh, absolutely. That's how they sneak up on you without realizing it. Yes, Rocco, that's how they stole my cat on my porch. Right now, I have at least two little effers cloaked on my property every day. Let's see. Joe says I put an ad on Craigslist under rant and rave section to bring awareness about the gang stalking topic. I got a response back, and the guy told me interesting things, such as this program is about loosh. It's a loosh farming program, and we need to not give them any emotional response as well as live in truth, in righteousness all the time. Well, I think that's why my channel got demonetized for speaking the truth. What do you think? Let's see. There are empaths in any group of empaths. Stalkers have empaths. Yes. And a narcissist target the empaths. Yes, you can actually see the cloaked people on my property. And you guys have pointed it out to me a lot. And that's why they blur my camera. Hi, Fred. I don't know if I missed you before, but welcome, welcome. Exposing the scamdemic in your area. Yes, there are people in the background, and also when I had a perp come drive down my driveway, an older guy in his red pickup truck. When he was backing out and I was walking towards him, a targeted person who's probably listening on the channel right now showed me the directed energy weapons being hit at me. After you slow down the video to 0.25, you could see somebody from the right side of my driveway as I'm walking towards my gate, towards the county road where the car backed out. The dew was in my path. Is it worth getting a camera? You have to get cameras, but they're going to break them. They're going to steal them. They're going to cause them to not work. They're going to they're going to constantly drain your battery. Another targeted person gave me a camera. Everything. Everything was working on their ends. I get it here. The battery's not working, so I buy a new battery. I can't charge the new battery. It's nonstop. I can't, people say get cameras, get cameras, get cameras, get cameras. Do you have any idea how much stuff I've spent money on? Let's see. If you have the audacity to own a Harley Davidson motorcycle and tattoos, you go to the top of their list. Steven the Pigeon, hi. I'm really trying to stay positive, but it's getting really intense with the noise campaigns. Get earphones, earplugs. Buy earplugs. They're really inexpensive. Um, Riverblood says, I think some of them don't want to be perps anymore, but they're already in the program, so it's too late to back out. The best thing that anyone can do is ignore them and give them nothing, and they eventually go away. Well, if you had a bunch of kittens that they were damaging their eyes, causing them torture, and what they did to my cat Lotus, I wish I could share photos here, but I can't. But if I were driving as often as some of you guys do, I would definitely have a dash cam, front and back. And I saw there's like a dash cam. I saw it on Amazon. It's 360. So like when you're driving, you get all sides of your vehicle. It was a little pricey, but I think that would be a great way to go. Let's see. Julia says, I've got dozens of pics, doesn't prove anything unless they interrupt my daily life. Maybe somebody knows a lawyer who specializes in this stuff. Lawyers won't touch it. They're being threatened and bribed. They're mostly threatened. We all need to start a database or registry. You don't want them to watch you through the camera. Well, they're watching you anyway. They're watching everything. Hi, Love in the Matrix. Yeah, it's a depressing topic sometimes. It is a lot sometimes. Dash cam and body cam. I don't know where my body cam is. I had a good one in New Jersey, and I just didn't seem to make it here. Let's see if you have headphones playing with white noise pretty much 24/7 in an apartment, and they just thump. Oh, they thump on the walls for years. In New Jersey, I actually bought a police body cam. It was it was comparable to a police body cam, and it was good. It was really good. Lorraine, you also have to take a lot of time to find the footage. Oh, it's unbelievable. And plus, they stole my iPad. They fried one iPad, stole another one. The perps are terrified. They don't want to be in our shoes. One TI said he showers in the dark. Oh, I always shower in the dark. I basically live in the dark. I don't like a lot of light on in the house. Although when I was in New Jersey, my house was naturally well lit from outside because I faced the southern exposure. But I don't have that here. I've got very small lights. I've got Christmas lights, like little white Christmas lights on, and that's it. I've got like one little light here, so near my computer screen. Hi, Amy 1111. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I take a bath in the dark. I shower in the dark. I've got like usually one little light on in the bedroom, but the shower in the bathroom it's dark. Yes, you have to go public at times. They often setting us up for crimes. At least that's your experience. Oh, of course, that's what they're doing. Oh yeah, like this the Jackson County Sheriff writing on an incident report when I called to say that my cat building was broken into, that the cat's eyes were harmed, resulting in the death of 3 kittens. They wrote on the incident report it was an animal nuisance and had a state trooper call me to ask me if I lost a cat. What a waste of taxpayer money. Yeah, the flock cameras are go they had those flock cameras in New Jersey, like, years before I moved. Let's see, you're limited in what you can do now. I just don't want them messing with my family and friends. We have a ton of flocks in North Carolina. I would imagine in North and South Carolina would. Hi, Ray Nane Pass. I don't know. I'm gonna butcher this name. Ray Nyan Pasu. Welcome. Julius is asking the question: didn't the CIA do remote sensing research back in the 60s? Honestly, I do not know. Before I became targeted and realized that I was targeted, which I realized that I was actually targeted in 2017. I mean, some of you guys have heard this 1,000 times already. I didn't vote. I didn't watch TV. I didn't know the difference between a Republican and a Democrat. I didn't know what the CIA or the FBI did for a living. I was clueless. I was one of those, la 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 Americans that did not care about politics, didn't watch the news. I didn't care. Like even when 9/11 happens, the night before I actually went to the Michael Jackson 5 reunion. I guess it was the 33 reunion. The next day, my boyfriend at the time calls me on the phone. He says, "You watching TV?" I said, "No. Don't you remember at a concert last night?" He said, "Well, turn on the TV." I turned on the TV and I'm looking at the World Trade Center. I said, "So what am I looking at?" And as we're talking on the phone, a plane flies into the building. I said, "How?" And this is my reaction was, "How could that plane not see that building?" I kid you not. How could the plane not see that building? Lorraine, do you think they shadow ban your they do? Yeah, the MLS, absolutely, because I used to look for my listing and I couldn't find it. Yep, I could not find it. So I will not be placing my property on the MLS. Also, because when it's on the MLS, all the losers, my neighbors, everybody contacts the realtor, threatens them, coerces them. It's not going to happen again. It won't be on the MLS. Hi, Trilly, Truman. Anybody else that knows the dip in activity during the shutdown? Um, the dip in activity during the shutdown, just a tiny bit. That's a good point. Rocco says I lost interest in horror type movies because I use wait I used to. They're real and they're literally our lives. Exactly, exactly. Like I used to like those monster movies too. I have no interest in seeing them now. And I don't have a TV in my house, so I don't get to see the things like a lot of you guys see because they have the IP address to many surveillance cameras at local businesses too. Well, the police used to have access to all the Ring cameras. Amazon had a deal with the police departments until people discovered it. And I actually did a video on it last year. No more Ring cameras for police. When people found out about it, they started filing complaints and lawsuits and stuff. So remember to hit the thumbs up, guys. It is worse than most horror movies. I mean, I remember back in the day, I mean, you guys are not as old as I am, but there was a movie called The Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Then there was the Incredible Voyage, where these scientists shrunk themselves and went exploring the human body. Yes, the 100 the police were accessing all the Ring cameras without anybody's permission. That means that they could see anybody who goes in and out of your house, all of the packages that are delivered to your house, all the stray animals that wander around the neighborhood. Tater says, "Hi, welcome, Tater. A fast prayer, get rid of things in your life that do not please God, repent and trust God to fight the demons holding you down by the blood of Jesus Christ, and you command the demon infested people." Federal Express. Yes, yes, that was a good one, right? It was the 1970s. Okay. Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Yes. And what about those Stepford Wives? Do you remember that movie, The Stepford Wives? That's what it's like around here. The Stepford Wives. Tater says people will have to leave you alone. Yeah, well, that's not really happening here. Yes, yes, the Stepford Hive Mind. Monsters and Company farming loosh. Total fog here. Everyone is brainwashed. All those movies from back in the day have a new meaning for me. Exactly. Yes, the Soylent Green movie. Yes. So many of those movies. And what about Rosemary's Baby? That one creeped me out back in the day, Rosemary's Baby. Like I didn't like that film. I've never seen that film actually, Soylent Green. I've not seen it. But Pulp Fiction has a new meaning for me after watching the eight most evil families in Kentucky. Colossus, the Forbin Project is. I've not heard of that either. Hi, Trilla Truman. Yes, keep raising awareness. Yes, hit the thumbs up, guys. No, no, it can't be 33. Somebody's got to hit that thumbs up. Come on, guys. Somebody hit. We got to get it to 34. Somebody's got to hit the thumbs up over there. Dark City is a crazy movie, but it's quite intriguing. It's on Vimeo. Okay. Okay, now we're up to 36. Thank you, guys. Let's see. Mia Farrow, Rosemary's Baby, was filmed at the Dakota building where John Lennon. Is that right? Well, I know where that building is because I used to pass his building all the time when I lived in New York City. I right now I see 42 thumbs up. It went up to 42. Let's see. Did targeting go down during the US government shutdown? Mine didn't, Krista says. Yeah, the Rosemary Babies cult. I mean, this is a real thing. It's definitely a real thing. I mean, again, after listening to the video about the eight Kentucky families, I then found another one that said 10 most evil families, but then it included West Virginia. It included West Virginia. I'm sure if Deborah Florian is listening, yeah, there are a couple of evil families in West Virginia. Okay, you watched a film called Dark City. Has anyone been noticing the noise campaign increasing every day since August? Um, Well, I'll tell you, that if you look on my channel, I have, there was several grenades that were thrown on my driveway, one of which was actually recorded while during the live stream. So it's all recorded. And we've got a photo of one of the creatures that was behind my house during the event. Yeah, West Virginia and Maryland. Let's see. Let's see. Uh, I think it has something to do with the Charlie Kirk sacrifice. And it was a sacrifice. Absolutely. Okay, Julia says your feed is slow or someone is choking your bandwidth. I mean, it looks okay to me. I mean, sometimes I do experience that, but it looks okay right now. It could be on your end. I'm not sure. Let's see. Amy says I had trouble meeting deadlines for realtors. They might ask me to go to a service or two, and I would agree to this. Then I couldn't get any help. Businesses would refuse because of the sheriff. Perps heated your apartment seven. Oh, that's high. 75 to 77 degrees inside is quite hot this time of the year, and it's 50s overnight. They seem to ramp up the noise if I go out and play soccer or go out for a run. Yeah, they don't want you to exercise or be healthy. Hi, Kay Vicky. Welcome, welcome. Brian, too, will be a guest on Michael Parsons' conference call this Monday. Who is Michael Parson? Oh, Michael Parson. Um, I've seen Michael Parsons' TikTok. He's got a TikTok account. Do they do the mold campaign on you along with the poisoning food? Yes. Yes. In fact, the former owner of this property, his entire mobile home trailer was infested with black mold, and I had to sign an agreement that I would not live in that building, and then I ended up tearing it down. But they created the mold there. They're creating the mold here by puncturing little tiny holes in the seals of my windows to cause condensation. That's a very interesting idea, B. B says, sometimes I think the soldiers come back from the desert wars with demonic attachments like Digens or chemicals from a pest company. Well, they spray aerosols on the property too. And then, I live in a very open space surrounded by trees. So the chemtrails, the trails, I have no idea what they're spraying, but they damage the grass terribly. They brown it out. They burn it. They literally kill the grass at the root. That's a good point, Amy. Amy says, don't say too much when you're in a retail store in front of cameras, don't talk. She says, I've been tailed or sabotaged just by chatting in front of a retail store camera. It must be a bot. Brian, too, should contact Snowden and live in Russia. I think that's a great idea. But I think Brian's got some medical conditions and he's been in New Jersey. And New Jersey's got some very good medical doctors there, very good care, including veterinarians, which we don't have here in Jackson County, Kentucky. Hi, Hispania. Welcome, welcome. We must be mindful of what we say and where. Justme says, they did something to my refrigerator. Loud cracking sounds come from it all night. Yes, they do that with refrigerators. Then you feel weird sensations here. Like, yes, when I was in New Jersey, I had an EMF meter and it would like literally go off the charts when my refrigerator was making noise. But then later in the day, it would be back to like a very calm, safe EMF. So it would fluctuate during the day. I don't know who Michael Parsons personally. I've never chatted with him. He's never been on my channel. He's never left a comment here. I don't believe he's a subscriber of the channel, but I have seen him post on TikTok. Yes, they cause neurological damage. You turn off the refrigerator at the fuse box. Yes, that happens with my refrigerator. I hear the noises, and I don't have an ice machine. I unplugged my microwave. I haven't used my microwave in probably 2 years. Let's see, they made my microwave spark with warming coffee to the point it burnt the side. I believe that. Michael P had a conference call. I believe he's genuine. I don't know. I did not know that he had a conference call. Um, Fred says, I visited Parsons' site. He sounds like broken hope. I I don't know what site he has. Does he have a YouTube? I just remember seeing him on TikTok. Amy says, I've been a mold campaign with me several years ago and likely again. I had tests if you're talking about the fungi toxin. Yeah, Amy, if you've got the names of tests or where you can buy them, I would be very interested. Has anybody heard of Quinn Michaels? I have not heard of Quinn Michaels. Truly says, they once broke in and left a boo boo in my toilet to troll me. Uh, well, sometimes you have to laugh at them because they are ridiculous, you know? Yes, they use mold and they also use the nano dust parasites on my pets. I feel so bad for my pets. I really do. You know, my outside cats, the cats that are living outside, they have no problems with their eyes or ears and their fur. Everything looks beautiful on all the outside cats. My cats that live indoors in a literally controlled environment where I vacuum every day, clean their litter box incessantly, give them good food. They're the ones that have the eye problems. They're the ones that are sneezing and vomiting, not the outside cats. So they are torturing my cats. Let's see, Julie says, I've gotten stalked by guys racing their loud cars by my house, fire trucks with sirens, horns honking. Reminds me of the FBI blasting metal music during Waco. Yes. Samsonite. EMF causes anxiety. Yes. What the EMF messes with your central nervous system. It messes with your central nervous system. Yes, Max says there's evidence suggesting that EMF exposure contributes to anxiety and anger. And also, if you're taking any pharmaceutical drugs like antidepressants or whatever, I have to tell you, beware because all of the EMF works on that because all of those, and I shouldn't say, well, I'm not monetized now, so I don't really care. So anyway, it will target the nano that is in all of those pharmaceuticals. Every one of those pharmaceuticals is laced with nanotechnology. Yes, they track anything electronic. Oh, and they will short things in your house. Like I have a lamp that I'm staring at now, a beautiful lamp that I bought when I moved here. And they shorted it out once. I replaced all the wiring in it, and then they shorted it out again, and I can't even turn it on. Let's see, believe we're being attacked while was there cause left ear and cheek was burning bad. They put me on a mouth injection with no reason. They could keep me in this area. Let's see. He hacked a lot of them to tracked to underground dumbs. Well, thank you so much, Julius. Yes, yes, yes. You can share here because all the people here, we're all targeted people. Every once in a while, we get a perp, you know. Every once in a while, we'll get an infiltrator, but if somebody starts acting up, I just put them in timeout. There's a timeout button. Yes, the nano original purpose was for use in agriculture to track yield. But alas, nano is now a weapon. Every electronics in your bedroom has a life expectancy of a red fish. The food you eat from the stores are nothing but nanites, all activated by frequency. I know, and you know what? You cannot buy any organic food around here. That's why I have to order it online, and then I have to pay delivery charges. And these criminals gave me this huge bump on the back of my head. They installed something on the back of my head this week. When I Any of you guys, when you run your fingers through your head, does it feel bumpy to you? Does your skull feel like it has changed since your directed energy weapons? STL says pray over your food no matter what. Everything touching at the store a few days ago was causing electric shocks. Linda says her skull has changed. Like, I mean, I remember years ago, I mean, women do this, right? We've got longer hair and you run your fingers through your head, your hair. And sometimes it just stimulate the blood flow. And I've noticed, especially since I moved here, the shape of my skull. I have uh, concaves everywhere. It's no longer the shape of my skull is no longer its original smooth shape. I've got bumps everywhere, especially since this week. Well, anything green, chlorella, spirulina, chlorella, and what do you call it? The shilajit, shilajit. The shilajit that they destroyed, that they melted on me. Oh, your skull too. Yes. I don't have my dreams anymore. They've stolen my dreams because they know that I have precognitive dreams, so they don't let me have them anymore. Yes, I've got implants now on my head. Very bumpy. It hurts. It just happened a couple of days ago. So what I did is coconut oil and castor oil is very good. Castor oil, if you buy it in the glass, it helps draw out impurities and stuff. Some people place drops of it in their belly button. Yes, all of our hair is falling out. It's radiation. Max says, yes, bumpy. A few years ago, I woke up with a hole in my hair, perfectly shaved in circles. I had three of them. Three. That's what they do. That's the three Masons. Me months ago, it took 3 months to grow new hair. And that's what a lot of targeted guys shave their heads. Hi, John. Yeah. Essential oils are really good. Castor oil, coconut oil. And actually, other oils are good. There's almond oil and apricot kernel oil. It's very smooth. It actually feels like your natural face oils. Has anyone gotten tested for radiation exposure? I have not been tested for radiation exposure, but 2 years ago, I had a heavy metals test done, and it was like off the charts, and it made no sense to me. Hi, Lily Moon. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, they steal your dreams. Yes. See, Linda says the same thing. I used to get prophetic dreams from God, and now they're blocking that. That's exactly what they do. Oregano oil, that's very good. So you have to be careful. Oregano oil is very strong. So sometimes you need to mix it with like another oil or what another oil. John says I'm looking like the woodman of Borneo, letting it fly. I have dreams that look like AI videos. Samsonite says. Oh, STL. Okay, you shave your head occasionally. Yes, you can be tested for heavy metals through your hair analysis. You can buy the hair analysis tests on Amazon. You can just search hair analysis tests and go straight to the businesses that sell them or that manufacture them. Farmers markets are your best bet for clean food, at least until the perps infiltrate and get to the vendor heads. Exactly. That's why you got to hand out flyers before the perps get to business owners. That's what I was looking for. The word carrier oil, coconut, bar, and sweet almonds. Yes, 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 yes. Other things that help are eating foods like cilantro, Ceylon cinnamon, cayenne pepper, black pepper, anything that's citrus. Something that's actually really good to eat because it contains cilantro and is spicy salsa because there's onions, garlic, and cilantro. Be careful about eating it at the gas stations or truck stops, especially the roller food. Just don't do it. They also use radiation to help the mobile X-ray vehicles see through your walls. Yes, they use see through the wall radar. You've been watching the Lazy Gardening channel and homesteading. Yes, cilantro is really good heavy metals detox. I like cilantro. I buy it all the time. I mix it in for the chickens also, so they have it. Lily Moo says, I'm going down with the poor. I don't see many vegetables. This is spiritual, physical consequences. Well, they target the vegetables. And now I hear that even the organic food, it's not completely organic. Yes, activated charcoal for detox. Another one is bentonite clay. If you ever get bug bites or whatever, mix bentonite clay with apple cider vinegar, a little tiny bit of apple cider vinegar, and apply it to your bug bite. Like if you get a wasp bite, it just draws out the sting or poison ivy. You won't itch at all. Parsley is good too. Yes, parsley. Green stuff. Broccoli. Broccoli is good to eat. Brussels sprouts. Honey. Let's see, what are they using to hit us through the walls? Um, they implant stuff in your house, in your apartments, and in your body. If they've implanted something in your body, they don't have to. They just do it for more torture. Let's see, the people have moved out of 2 apartments downstairs, and one old man who moved in hasn't been seen at all. SEL grows an Insta-food garden inside on the counter. It comes in a kit. They damage so much here. Hi, Beyond. Welcome. And nicotine patches deactivate nanotech. There's actually nicotine gum. I have it. I mean, I don't chew it very often, but yes, you can purchase nicotine gum also. Oh, yeah, the black seed oil on hummus, it's pretty good. It's very good. And actually, the black seeds, you can purchase black seeds because the oil doesn't last long, but the seeds last longer. And you could sprinkle them on salads and stuff. Yes, Epsom salt for the magnesium. When you're taking detox baths, also add borax, mule team borax, and baking soda. Your phone dies because it has your device on you. Did anybody reply to me? Oh, your phone died, so you didn't get to see the live stream. You know what? I can't scroll up right now because then I'm gonna miss what everybody else is saying. But you can probably read it on the replay. The live stream ends in an hour, and then what happens is it takes a while for YouTube to process, because it's 2 hours long. Rocco says, "Do you think they can read minds?" Well, let's put it this way. I was thinking to myself some things, and then the advertisements would come up on YouTube that were exactly what I was thinking about. Now, what's the likelihood of that happening? Let's see, Rocco says, empaths are as old as Homo sapiens. They are good empaths and there are bad empaths. Women have female intuition, which is basically a limited form of empath. There's always a lot of drones around your apartment and also something up there with rays that looks like the sun. Yes, they read your mind. That's what the cattle mutilations are. Oh, yeah. Andrew said the 20 mule team borax is compromised? Really? I use it to wash my clothes. How does he know it's compromised? Oh, no. Oh, I would like to see that video that you made about the birds. Microgreens can be grown indoors by windows. They're very good for you. They contain up to 40 times more vitamins. Yes, they compromised mine. I tried to do that here. They have a fragrance campaign against you. We all have high intuitive skills. The latest technology suggests they can in fact read our minds plus frequencies and synaptics. The YouTube ads come up usually around something. Well, guys, you won't have any ads during this live stream because I'm not monetized anymore. And if you do have advertisements, so please let me know. You eat bad food, so you're screwed. You've got to start eating a little better. Every once in a while, the Samsonite gorilla. Oh, God. Human empaths are ancient in any group. There's at least one empath hanging around. Do you guys ever talk crap to them in your house while they watch you? Oh, of course. Of course, I tell them karma's coming for them. I'm going to get my $8 million settlement. Oh yeah, I say all things like that. Like karma's going to get them. I say, oh, you little weenies. Oh, what does it feel like going home to your wife and telling them that you harassed a senior citizen? Or I guess you feel so good about yourself. Oh, did you tell your mommy what you wanted to be when you grow up? I want to be a stalker when I grow up, mommy. I want to be a little stalker and stalk people and stalk women. All these loser men around here. Let's see. Every gang stalker I've ever had knows they're going to hell. Our words are very powerful. Well, yes, yes. Yes, I'll walk outside and say, "Okay, where are you little where are you little invisible midgets?" Because because in the book that I'm reading, Cameo, where is it? Camelio, they talk about the invisible midgets. So I walked out of my house this morning. I said, "Okay, where are you, little fucker? Invisible midgets, get off my property." Play gospel songs, especially gospel songs with the name Jehovah in it. They hate that. Well, usually I do that on Sunday because there is a what is it called? Something Revelation worship or something that I'm subscribed to on YouTube. So so there'll be some gospel music on. But there's this a gospel singer, Say Williams. She's really good. She's got a great, powerful voice. They hate the book of Revelation. They hate the love portal you open. Their shadow is huge wall of negativity. You try not to curse, but I know. Like I'm telling you, like neither one of my parents cursed when I was growing up. I did not curse. I hated when people cursed around me. And then I become targeted and lo and behold, I've learned some new terminology. Playing certain frequencies frustrate them. They really hate that. Oh, well, mentioned it in the last let's see. This YouTube creator, let's see, let me write it down here. Blue. I think that's how you spell it. Let me just see. 1 second. Yes, Calz. You like watching George Carlin. Their negative shadow side can trigger your shadow side. It's called reactionary abuse. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I was listening to Blue Scales yesterday, and actually when I went to bed last night, and of course these losers turn it off. Oh yeah, it's AEZ. That's right. And it's blue hyphen. I just pulled it up now. Here, let me just retype it. Blue. Yeah, he's got let's see. And I only found him, you know how I found him? Through Michaela Rains. He was commenting on her passing and what was happening to her, her torture and stuff. And I think he even created a video about her. So yeah, so he's got this video, V2K brain computer disable, V2K brain computer interface. Um, let's see. There are a couple of good ones. A signal interrupted, signal jammer. Anybody else get suspicious texts from unknown numbers? Oh yes, all the time, all the time. Hi Foxtrot. Let's see. Play old 1990s techno really loud. They love it. Yes. Or how about playing Freddie Mercury? We Are the Champions. They don't like that one either. Oh, SDL, I did that too. Like I was playing it during the day also. I mean, there's one or two of them I don't like, but the others are more tolerable. I like them a lot better than I don't know if anybody has listened to the Dave Case's CDs and stuff. I purchased that when I was in New Jersey. I could not stand listening to that stuff. That was so bad. It was just so bad. Um, Amy says, I had barium and uranium levels in my hair that were off the charts. This was decades ago when I thought I was safe. Tell them you do not know who you're messing with, like Rick Grimes said in TWD. Isn't it hard to listen to? You tried, but it's hard. Um, there are a couple of these that are not difficult to listen to. There's one that I don't like, but the others are fine in the background. And you know what? If you're playing it and knowing that it's bothering the people that are listening to us, it's a lot easier to listen to. That's the way I look at it. Let's see. I don't like reacting. They get a sadistic pleasure, like, oh, look what we made them do. I have dreams of learning the bagpipes one day, though. Let's see. Well, I had a lot of electricity to be getting shocked at the grocery store every time I touch the counters and edges of the meat and freezer doors. That's weird. You listen to flamboyant disco all day on headphones during the weekends on purpose. Yes, yes. That's so interesting. God wants all of us who are lukewarm Christians to come closer to Him, Ronica says, and look to Him. Don't give so much attention to demonic powers. And, like, the last few days, like, I like to watch, America's Got Talent and, The Voice and the videos of singers. So sometimes I'll listen to that. That brings a smile to my face. And then recently, this weird cockatiel keeps coming up on my feed, and it dances to music. And I'm thinking to myself, I there's no way I could live with a cockatiel that that um that talks and dances and I don't know. But people are making these huge YouTube videos, like thousands of subscribers, and let's see, wait, I just missed something. Oh, I didn't. SCL, your message disappeared. Your message disappeared. I don't know if you did it or somebody else did. I did not do it. I didn't take away your message. I'm looking forward to the winter solstice this year. Sun will be in alignment with the galactic center. Oh, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, that's interesting. Well, yeah, that's very interesting. Julius, are you into astrology? You play tin whistle for now, but it's the Irish Ulian bagpipes. That's what I want to learn, but they're so expensive. Oh, there's a creepy voice beginning to surface. No, creepy voice needs to get his own YouTube channel. Creepy voice usually creeps in like earlier than this. You hear people all the time tell me that they stop being targeted. How do they stop being targeted? I don't get. They don't stop getting targeted. Maybe they weren't targeted to begin with. Although I have heard that every once in a while, either a person that puts them in the program gets them out of the program, or dies. Like people pass away, like handlers pass away, perpetrators pass away. Funding can run out for some people. But from what I understand, it's till the end. Let's see, they lay off for a while and then start up again. Yes, yes. Winter solstice is December 21, exactly. Yes. Yeah, but how did you know about the Galactic Center? That I guess that's my question. Most people are not aware of that. Yes, my live streams every Saturday, 10 p.m. Eastern until midnight. I was going a little bit later than that, but I think cutting it to midnight is better for me. The waterfalls make them have to pee. That's so funny. Do you think they have stuff to keep you alive? Oh, of course they do. The deletes do. I call them deletes. I don't call them elites. I don't know who gave them the name elite. I call them delete because we need to delete them from the planet because they're all psychopaths. But yes, they do things to keep themselves younger longer, but I can't really discuss that here. I'll just type it. I'll just type it. I'm in Kentucky. We've got people here from New Mexico, New Zealand. I'm pretty sure that I saw there was somebody here from New York or New Jersey. There's a guy who has a YouTube channel that swears he was targeted, but it stopped when he turned to God. But I've been close to God before this, so who knows? Trilly's in Louisiana. Vivian is in Texas. River Bluff, South Carolina. Just Me is in Florida. Hispania, capital city, New Mexico. Yeah, the billionaires are the one that need to be watched 24/7. I agree, Fred. Oh, see the pigeons in England, in the UK. Oh, Veronica's in Canada. Oh, did you hear what they did to those ostriches? Did you hear they got rid of all those ostriches? Oh, that was so sad. I was like crying watching that video. You want to do coffee? Oh, that's right. Joe is in New Mexico also. Fred is in Singapore, Julius in Virginia and Colorado. You saw your video about the hidden cameras. I started thinking, are there hidden cameras in my house? There could be. They're called pinhole cameras. They're tiny. Yes, Kay Vicky's in New Jersey. Okay, I thought you were here. Yes, yes. I know those ostriches. You want to hear something else that happened? Tampa Bay. A beekeeper. He loses a fight over his 70 beehives that had to be removed because a neighbor reported him. Tampa Bay, Florida, beekeeper. He had 70 beehives that had to be removed because a neighbor ratted him out. These rat snitches, we need bees. Yes, animals are precious. Any way to detect those pinhole cameras? From what I understand, you could want a black light could work, and then some people have used these little detectors, but I have never gotten mine to work. But sometimes a black light could work, or what do you call them? You know the things that you play with the cats, the lasers, the little red lasers. Actually, from what I understand, those little red lasers can detect the cloaked creatures, which is why they keep destroying mine. Let's see, sheep have something that is used. In anti-snake venom. Yes, yes. Well, the ostriches had something that I won't discuss. The ostriches had an antibody. Yeah, laser pointers. That's it. Yeah, laser pointers can detect the cloaked criminals. Yes. The midgets, the little midgets that are on the property, the cloaked midgets, the invisible midgets. That's what they're called in this book, Camilio. Invisible midgets. Infrared reveals a lot. Yes, yes, the infrared does. You're right. Okay, Rocco World says, "Can you explain how I sat and lied down in the hall for 2 minutes and none of it hit me? Has anyone heard from Russia being targeted? I have not actually. People that have contacted me have been from Germany, Italy, Switzerland, Australia, obviously New Zealand, the UK, Canada. Um, I have not heard of anybody from Portugal. And from what I understand, some of the targeted people that moved to Thailand says that their stalking completely stopped, but they still get the electronic harassment. I will upload the video. Also, it was on the side of the house, picked up by an RR camera. I believe it was due. Oh, I'd like to see. Let's see that. A thermal imaging cameras. Ask Brian too. I think he went to Russia and got targeted there. Because I have this huge bump on the back of my head. Let's see. Aten countries and Asia. Oh yes, I've had Africa. Two Africans contact me, so it's happening there, and it's pretty bad there. Somebody keeps contacting me from Japan and China. They're targeted there. They're targeted in India. Yes, I put castor oil on it last night. I've got to get some more on it now. Yeah. Yep. I've got to get that on there. I was thinking about putting the bentonite clay because the bentonite clay also draws things out. Just me is asking the question, is there anybody here in this chat that's ex-military? Anybody here ex-military? I know that a lot of the women that gave testimony on my channel were married to ex-military or ex-cop. Oh, Joe is. Oh, that's right, Joe is. Oh, Trilly is a vet also. I didn't know that. Do you think that you're targeted because you're a vet? Do you think that being in the military just gives them carte blanche to target you? Let's see, talk to a lady today from the Philippines, and she says targeting is going on there too. She says she doesn't believe that they're human. Julia says, thank you for your service. God bless you. Yes, there's a lot of us. Fred is a former reservist. Julius is in the Navy. Yes, 1-2 says it definitely has something to do with it. 100%. Veronica, thumbs up to those who didn't do it. Great live stream today. Yes, please hit the thumbs up. I hate it when I say something and the stalkers jinx it into existence. Well, you just tell them that they're cursed, that they're all going to hell, and they're all going to hell. And when they go home to their wives and stuff, They could say, "Hey, honey, guess what I did today for a paycheck? I had to stalk an innocent person. Your mom is a Jewish witch. It's very unfortunate." I don't know, I've heard people talk about Jewish moms as being witches anyway. Just they're just nags, right? Jewish moms are nags. Um, Many of your perps are military and Navy. I believe that the guy, well, I know for a fact, the guy in this community that stole my little cat socks, he was in the military because he posted it on his Facebook page. I was trying to find out who this creature was that stole my socks after I got the message back from Federal Express showing me who signed for it. Yeah, they should not have a prerequisite of compromise. Let's see, the laws of karma apply to all. That's why I no longer seek revenge. It's the Navy 100%. I don't think I'm human. I'm an endomite. So why am I being targeted? I don't I honestly I don't know what an endomite is. It is extremely cruel. I don't know what an endomite is. I'd have to go look it up. Let's see. Yours intensified when filing a discrimination and retaliation complaint. Yes. Um. Well, I think mine has a lot to. I have so many theories on who nominated me. And remember, just because you're nominated like 10 years ago, it doesn't mean that somebody can't up the ante and nominate you again. Oh, hi, Matson, Mrs. Matson. Welcome, welcome. We were just having a conversation about whether or not anybody in the chat is former military. Let's see, the Masons approached me when you were a soldier, and I told them no. The Stalkers are probably the ones who said yes. Oh, that's probably true. That's probably true. Let's see, Essia says, I speak to people every day on X from Korea, China, Brazil, Puerto Rico, London, Ireland, and Scotland who are all targeted. Yes, I forgot about Ireland. There was somebody I that contacted me from Ireland. Oh, and I think I mentioned Italy too. I hate that they compromise good men. I know it's horrible. We need more good men. This country is literally falling apart. So many targeted people out there. If you piss off the brass, especially EEO stuff, you become a target. We need to start a registry. Let's see, they're basically holding some of these stalkers hostage and forcing them. Well, there's a word, like there's a word, it's like NO. No. Like I don't negotiate with bullies. Ireland has a lot of people coming forward, but London is that's what I heard, but London's really bad. I heard Canada's very bad too. From what videos they send you to watch. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Also, they consider you a threat. You'll be yeah, I was a threat like 15 years ago. Like, what was I doing 15 years ago? I was a divorced single mom. Being divorced is obviously a threat. When you divorce a guy, you turn into a threat. That seems to be a huge trigger. A divorce is a trigger. Let's see, that perp guy who was bragging about how much money he makes with a three-letter agency, for stalking people. Oh, yes, yes. I bet that video was a recruiting tactic. Hi, Foxtrot. That's so funny. Yeah, the black octopus. Yes. Let's see. You also lived in Scotland and was targeted there. Yes. High military rubs elbows with politicians, federal law enforcement, and corporate. We need communal living on several acres, and we would. Well, I that's why I bought this property. I thought that's what happened. It didn't happen though. Beyond, I have 64 acres of land here. Let's see. Oh, let's see. Only dummy will find a 65-year-old woman a threat. I know. I know. I know. Well, back when I became targeted, so yeah, I was in my 50. I was in my 50s when I became targeted, or my late 40s. No, it was I was in my late 40s. I became a threat when I got divorced. Let's see. Also, if you don't fit the narrative, you get attention. No, nobody in my family fitted the narrative. Not my father, not my stepmother, not my brothers. Nobody. We don't fit the narrative. Period. Let's see. Create an app that you can post known gang stalkers. I would love that. I I would love that. That's why, like, when I have stalkers on my channel, I will post them. I'll post the stalkers. Like, I'll read a couple of them now. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, here. Maxwell Wiggers, Miranda Smith, Tonya Smith, Judy Isaacs, Jason Isaacs, Tammy Johnson, Tamara Couch, Cheney Rule, Haley Howard. These are the two that YouTube tagged. Those are just a few of the rat snitches that come onto my channel and downvote my videos. Let's see. Let's move to Lorraine's. Well, yeah, I've wanted people to move here and set up. Like, I'm here 6.5 years. They hate what they can't control. If you're a female and you're independent, or you're just independent thinker, you get attention. They'll have the nerve to call us a cult if we're united. Yeah, that's so. Yeah, imagine TAs coming together and helping trade skills like cooking, medical knowledge, sewing, building, healing, self-defense knowledge with each other like a safe haven. Well, that's what we should do. Yes. Let's see. I'm not accepting or loving living in peace with such types who have no respect for boundaries or the civil and human rights of others. I agree. Hell's Kitchen just rejected Jay-Z's bribes, so he's going down. There's too many of them. I wouldn't have enough ink in my pen to write their names down. Well, yes, also, we cannot we need to remember the law enforcement that are involved in our targeting, right? The law enforcement, the lawyers, the fusion centers, the fusion center operatives, the ones that wear the black glasses and wear the black windows so you can't see who they are. River Bluff says, Lorraine, I'm not coming anywhere near your psycho stalkers. I know they are sick, right? Are they sick? I need like at least like four more people here. Like, having one person move here would not benefit either one of us. I need at least 3 to 4 more people move here. They are criminally insane. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. You'll come there. People at the top control the foot soldiers. Yes, yes, that's true. That's very true. That's always the truth. They're working together now, but they will be fighting. Oh, absolutely, they'll be fighting later. Absolutely. Let's see. Conrad says a lot of us are broken and have trust issues. It would be hard to come together. It is. It is very. It's very like you have to speak to people, and it's not just about living together just because we're targeted. Not all targeted people are going to get along with each other, and everybody has a past. Some targeted people that I've spoken to have been highly traumatized as children. Like, I didn't experience some of what other people have had growing up. Like, it's only happened to me, like, as an adult. Let's see. Max says that that's why they make videos saying it's everyone when it's really not. At the end of the day, they look pitiful for harassing old ladies. Yeah, they should. They should go after those who twisted them if they really want a challenge. Oh, they're not looking for a challenge. They're just looking for somebody to project their hatred onto because they hate themselves. So it's easy to project their hatred onto other people, especially a woman. These sick, perverted, disgusting men around here. They're disgusting. They control their wives. Half of them are abusive to their wives. Let's see. Don't become what twisted you. Yes. Oh, you're so welcome, Rocco. Thank you for doing the live. It's spreading awareness. Well, absolutely, because even the people that do not join in the live chat, some people are listening. And then also they can replay it later. Like, I know a couple of my subscribers don't come into the chat, and they sometimes don't listen to it. Sometimes they can't get into the chat, but they'll listen to it later. If they're driving in the car or like cleaning the house or whatever, like they'll listen to it on the replay. Rugga says, "I'm scared for these women. Like, they can't be challenged to get their own justice." Let's see. We've been accused of being a perp with nothing but good intentions and trying to uplift people, talking to other TIs. I guess a lot of TIs' guards are up and have to assume the worst. Well, and I'm just going to say for the record, and it's just because I'm a totally straight person. Like, I don't smoke, drink, do drugs. I don't do weed. Um, I eat organic food and stuff. But a lot of targeted people, to anesthetize the pain, indulge in extracurricular activities, and that's really harmful, especially the pharmaceutical side. STL says, Lorraine, we can come to you, help fix the house, plant your garden. Some TIs can take turns patrolling the kitties and guineas and taking back what's yours from these dirt bags. Well, I would welcome people who could really help to do that. I've got the space. If somebody has an RV or whatever, because I don't really have a place for people to live. Like, even my cat's building does not have running water. It has electricity, but it has no running water. And then I have other buildings, none of which have electricity or running water. And then I have the building that I tried to get up and running for somebody to live in that has the electricity run through it, but it doesn't have running water. And then the outlets were never installed. And I've already spent so much money on that building. Unless somebody could come here and fix everything that I started, um, it would be difficult. So I would need somebody who knows how to do electricity. They don't want a fair fight. Oh, yeah, they would definitely get wiped out. One on one? Are these little weenie boys? The little weenie boys that are walking around on the property? And what about the witches? What about the witches? Would they do the little warlock and bitchcraft all around the property? Let's see. The first time I've had to talk about this with anyone except my therapist, he thought I was crazy. Well, be careful. Be careful talking to therapists about this because they will report you. So don't talk about this stuff with the therapist. Literally. Hi, Nick. Welcome. It literally become a war, us versus the Kentucky military. Outcome not good. And what about those sick 8 Kentucky crime families, the evil Kentucky families? You know, they pretend to be upstanding citizens when they're doing weird stuff in their basements and bitchcraft. Oh, and also, just for the record, guys, in this town of less than 800 people, we have 3 Freemasonic lodges. Just saying. It doesn't get more evil than that here in Jackson County, Kentucky. It doesn't get more evil than that. Let's see. I think there's a lot of fakes pretending to be TIs to play long con, gather information, which makes us suspicious when talking to Jane. Well, that's true. That's true. Unfortunately, I had a moderator that was a perp. She just totally disappeared. Not only did she disappear from moderation, but her whole channel disappeared. And that's how you can tell who the perps are. They'll start channels, and then the channel disappears. They'll wipe clean everything on their channel or hide everything. They change their names frequently. Let's see. You like a few? Yeah, Dr. Ramani. Yeah, she's good. Yes, yeah, she's a good online therapist. There's a really good uh, therapist. He's not really a therapist anymore. He was an FDA board certified psychiatrist, and now he created what's called the Taper Clinic. I'll type it. Um, I'm subscribed to him, and he talks about all the negative side effects and how to taper off of pharmaceuticals. And he interviews people who have been placed on these pharmaceuticals. um, so yeah, this is a good guy to follow if you have taken any pharmaceuticals. Let's see. Mental health is only part of the bigger picture, none the less an important part. Yes, yes, he is exposing them. He actually talked about how much money he was earning back then. It was a lot of money, and he gave it up because he could not live with himself working for them anymore. But now he's got this booming YouTube channel. Oh, Dr. Grant, yeah, Richard Grannon. Yes, he's a good one too. Yes, he's a good one also. Oh yeah, then there's this holistic vet that I found. Let me see if I could find. I just subscribed about a month or so ago. Who is against the rabies jabby for animals? Let me see if I could find this doctor. One second. She's a veterinarian. Let's see. I'll probably get a a note from her tomorrow because she does a show on Sundays. Usually, I don't know if it's Saturday or Sunday. What's in the warehouse or whatever. Veterans are getting results from microdosing psilocybin here in Colorado. Integration was another. River Bluff. LiDAR works also. Thermal cameras. RG was one of the first channels that taught me about narcissism back in 2009. Well, there is if you want to know, hear about narcissism, here, let me just type this in the chat. This guy HG Tudor, who is a malignant narcissist, he's written several books and has a YouTube channel. Yes. Oh yeah, he's many things. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. This guy, when I read his first book back in New Jersey, he had literally made my skin crawl. And then, oh, Sam Becken, yes, he's great. He's great. He's been around a long time. In fact, he helped me when I was studying for my master's. I contacted him several times, and he was very helpful. Let's see. I think a lot of people are not legit crazies. Yes, yes, yes. After the live stream, it'll take a while to upload, but you can replay the live stream. I'm not remembering the veterinarian's name now, but when I do, I'll end up putting it in the notes. Linda says, Perps did literally park outside my mom's room at the nursing home where she was dying. They would hit her while she was defenseless lying in bed. I know because I was there with her. Okay, go enjoy your shower. Welcome. Thank you for joining in the chat, SDL. We're going to be winding this down in 10 minutes anyway. It's every Saturday at 10 p.m. Every Saturday, 10 p.m. The only time I go live during the week is if there's something urgent, if there's an emergency. Like I did so a couple of times during snowstorms, to alert people that the weather here was like really bad. Good night, SDL. Yeah, good night, good night. Yeah, we'll be logging off here in about 10 minutes. Yeah, these people are beyond disgusting. Let's see. We did not have this level of crazy. No, in the 70s, no. we we had Phil Donahue and John Bradshaw. Yes. And do you remember even before that we had Ed Sullivan and Saturday Night Live? You were going to say use a veil over your digital camera to see the cloaked people. That's funny. Yeah, that's funny. Remember to hit, well, whoever did not hit the thumbs up, hit the thumbs up. They always act like homeless asking for money. Oh, Jerry Springer. I remember Jerry Springer. Jesse Raphael, yes. Oh, and then of course the Oprah show. Geraldo. Yes, I used to watch Geraldo Rivera. Yes, yes. I watched all of those shows back then when I watched TV. Like I used to actually watch a lot of TV when I was a kid. I watched like okay, this is going back pretty far. Oh, I used to watch Dennis the Menace growing up, Casper the Friendly Ghost, The Little Rascals, Gumby and Pokey. Okay, so I'm sure there are people in the chat who are like, "What the hell is she talking about?" Gumby and Pokey. Yeah, Dennis the Menace, Little Rascals. I Love Lucy. I Dream of Jeannie. Yeah, and I think the Shilajit worked. The Three Stooges. I mean, I live around Stooges. More than three. Yeah, the Pink Panther. I remember the Pink Panther, yes. And the music to the Pink Panther. Hi, Elsie. Bewitched, yes. She wiggled her nose. I always wanted to be bewitched and wiggle my nose. Davy and Goliath. Yes, Davy. Yes, yes, yes. Bewitched. I used to like, oh, I wish I could just wiggle my nose and make my bed and clean the house. Gumby and Pokey, yes. The Waltons, Little House. How about Lassie? My Mother the Car. Anybody ever see My Mother the Car? And Mr. Ed the Talking Horse. I loved the Little Rascals. I loved, loved, loved the Little Rascals. Gladys the Gang Stalker. Before Lassie, it was Jeff's Collie. Oh, really? I love Lassie. And I used to love to watch Jacques Cousteau. Jacques Cousteau. Tunis the Driving Cat. Lost in Space and Mr. Magoo. Yes, Lost in Space. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger, danger. Yes, danger, danger. And what else? Okay, let's see. How about the Jetsons and the Flintstones? Hey guys, we're going to be going back to the Flintstones if we continue on this path here. No, I was not a Monty Python fan. And I try it. Let's see. I have not been in my mail. I don't know what's going on. I have people text messaging me. I have Eden Star texting me. Let me see 1 second. Eden's Living TV. I'll check this later. Thunderheart was a good movie. British humor is an acquired taste. Andy Griffin. Oh, yes, Andy Griffin. Yes. There were such great shows back then. Just so, like, I don't know, just cookies, milk and cookies. It was so different, back in the day when I had my little push button telephone. Let's see. Last of the Summer Wine. Ain't Half Hot Mum, British. Petticoat. Oh, yes, Petticoat Junction. And Green Acres. There was Green Acres, the Beverly Hillbillies. Frank Spencer, British. Love Me Some Bean. Turn Knob TV. Yeah, turning the knobs, exactly. That's what we had. I remember when we got our first television. It was black and white. We had a black and white TV. Benny Hill, yes, yes. And Sonny and Cher. Dark Shadows. Oh, I was a Dark Shadows fan. I would come home from school and turn on the Dark Shadows. Yes. General Hospital, Hee Haw, Big Valley, Tales from the Crypt. Yes. All the soap operas I used to watch, Buffy and Jody, Elvira. Do you know that Elvira was targeted? Elvira is a TI. Yep. Dooney and Marie. Let's see. Two's Company, British comedy with American Elaine Stritch from Arrested Development. Oh, Dick Clark dancing. Oh, absolutely watch that all the time. Yes, I remember when Michael Jackson. I remember seeing Michael Jackson. Yes, Elvira is a truth speaker. Yes, she's a TI. In fact, I think it was in 2017 when I was just learning about what a targeted person was. She was actually in one of the chats, but she was under her real name. She's under her real name. Happy Days. Um, Activists and truth tellers are always targeted. Somebody told me that I'm probably targeted for rescuing cats. Somebody said I'm targeted because of my master's research. Somebody says I'm targeted because I reported my divorce lawyer, that I filed a complaint with the governor who contacted the judge. I mean, it could be any number of things. Doctor Who, The Midnight Special, for me, Feeding Birds, Mary Tyler Moore. Yes, I watched that. And how about That Girl? That Girl. I used to watch her too. Kojak in Hawaii and other wildlife like Judge. I love Judge Judy. I remember telling my daughter, I wish Judge Judy divorced me. I would have been divorced like in a nanosecond if I had Judge Judy instead of taking 3.5 years to get a divorce. I love Judge Judy. Mary Hartman, let's see, nonconformist. You're targeted because you're a honey badger. Let's see. Let's see. I had a few in my family like him, but not funny. I think oh, she is. Roseanne is targeted. Oh, she absolutely is. The Partridge Family. Yes, the Partridge Family. Yes. Uh, and what about the Osmonds, the Donny Osmonds? Like, I was in love with Donny Osmond. How sick is that? Or if you dissed Masons. I didn't know what a Mason was back in the day. I could have dissed one. I don't know. I had no idea what one was. I discovered what a Mason was when I had a lawyer who was a Mason and I saw his ring. I said, "Well, what's that ring?" He said, "It's a Masonic ring." I said, "Oh, well, what is I've heard of those." I said, "What is that?" He was like the best lawyer I ever had. You had a crush on Julie from how about Mork and Mindy? Mork and Mindy, The Love Boat. Yes, The Love Boat. I forgot about Gilligan's Island. How about Gilligan's Island, guys? Let's see, you work for a lawyer who is a Mason. Oh, there's so many old shows that were so good. Marcus Welby. How about the doctors too? Let's see, his father was a judge. Carol Burnett. Yes. Yes, she was really good too. Creature Features. Yes, that was a good one too. Yeah, Creature Features. My mother loved that show. My mother like loved all the monster shows. She's the one that introduced me to the Invasion of the Body Snatchers. She's the one that took me to see King Kong. I was like scared to death, like this huge like gorilla on the world what not the World Trade Center, the oh my goodness, I'm forgetting the not the World Trade Center, the 34th Street building. I'm forgetting. Let's see, Little House on the Prairie. Yeah, your father couldn't stand Carol Burnett. Chips, Daisy from the Dukes of Hazzard. Oh, is she targeted? The original Shogun. The new one is good. Laughing. Oh, Laughing. Yes, that was good. Goldie Hawn. Let's see. Goldie Hawn's Island, The Professor, Daisy. I guess no one liked MASH. I wasn't crazy about MASH. I wasn't crazy about it. It wasn't my thing. Let's see. Guy Lombardo, New Year's Eve. Yes. King Kong. Emergency ER. Hawaii Five O. Charlie's Angels. Yeah, Gilligan's Island. I loved Gilligan's Island. I just love that show. Every teenage boy had a crush on Julie from Love Boat. And who was that girl from Little House on the Prairie? The Goodies, Hogan's Heroes. Um, yeah, Charlie's Angels. Farrah Fawcett. Oh my God. All the guys loved Farrah Fawcett. Yeah. Gomer Pyle. Yes, yes. He was actually a really smart guy. Godzilla. Melissa Gilbert. Yes, yes, yes. you look like you look like Melissa Gilbert. The Rockford Files and Dragnet and Batman. Let's see, you had a big crush on Demi Moore. Well, Demi Moore is beautiful. Groundhog Day. Oh, that was hilarious. That was a hilarious movie. Groundhog Day. Let's see. He seemed to suddenly experience jeans becoming awfully tight, which he became. Yes, Beretta. That's another one. $6 million man. Laura Engels. Yeah, we need to reminisce and revamp our memories. MacGyver, that was another one. I didn't watch those though. I didn't watch a lot of those. And I was not one of these um what do you call them? The star whatever people. The Beverly Hillbillies I watched all the time. The Waltons. Yes. Starsky and Hutch. Yes, I used to watch the Partridge Family. I was in love with Davy Jones, you know. Jethro, yes. Let's see. Edith McKay. I don't know what that is. Step by Step was good. I'm not familiar with that. The Monkeys. Love Me Some Threes Come. And then the Beatles, you know, back in the day. Yeah, the Monkeys was a fun, kind of a fun show. Knight Rider. What are some of your favorite films? And then we'll sign favorite films. It's All in the Family. Yeah, how could we forget All in the Family? Green Acres was so fun. Yes. The Blob. The Blob. That was a funny movie. Yes. The Brady Bunch. Yeah, the Brady. Mod Squad. Yeah, I forgot about that one. They Live. Oh, yeah. We've got some creepy ones, right? Some creepy movies. The Joy Luck Club. Scrooged. Alice, Taxi, Benson, Cosby Show. The Cosby Show was good too. Yeah. And Three's Company, The Breakfast Club. Oh, we love The Breakfast Club, you know. I grew up with a young girl, you know, my daughter, and she watched everything. Like she was a film buff, watches everything under the sun. Family Ties, Splendor in the Grass. I used to like all the Alfred Hitchcock films. Martin, Divine Secrets of Yaya Sisterhood. I actually really like the film The Color Purple. Yeah, the birds. Back to the Future. That was good. That was a good one. Risky Business. I love Risky Business. That was so fun. What about Bob? That was a good one. The Thing. Michael Douglas in The Game. Oh, that was good. Yeah, The Reptilians and Land of the Lost was actually a lesson in time travel and tunnels. This property is condemned. Cat in a Hot Tin Roof and Baby Doll. The Help. The Twilight Zone. Not in the 1982 thing. Gremlins. The Matrix is yes. I know. Like watching these movies now. The Hollywood Squares. Yeah. How about the Dating Game? You ever see the Dating Game? Let's see. Sling Blade. The Help Makes You Cry. Beat the Clock. The Shining. The Shining. Anything with Jack Nicholson was good. The Goonies. Yes. Yes. No Whammy, No Whammy. Love Story. Yes. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Arnold Schwarzenegger was fun. Feel like I never really left the 90s. I'm like still stuck in. I love the 80s music. I like the 80s. Let's see. You had a perp in school tell me before the Matrix came out that there was going to be three more Matrixes at the time. Well, that's interesting. You like the parody of the dating game from In Living Color. Rosemary's Baby. Seagal. Con Well, it's so much fun reminiscing about old films and stuff. Chuck Norris is a legend. When he does push up, pushes up the earth down. Well, actually, Chuck Norris now he does a lot of these commercials for dog food. Like evidently, like he's a dog lover. Three for the roads, the back, one flew over the cuckoo's nest. Yeah, that was good. That was really good one. Earth, Wind, and Fire. I loved Earth, Wind, and Fire. Bruce Lee, Enter the Dragon. Oh wow. Let's see, Devil's Advocate. Yeah, I still listen to Freddie Mercury. When I feel like down and stuff, I'll turn on the B-52s. Let's see, you got Chuck Norris, Total Jim, and Use It. Dr. Zhivago. Terminator 2. Oh, there's so many. Julie Christie. Yeah, Julie Christie. And I'm trying to remember these movies that my daughter took me to see, and I'm like, the Omen scared you. Well, guys, it's just a little after midnight. I'm gonna have to go check on my kitties. So it's good reminiscing. Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Yeah, Born Free. Oh, that was so good. That was so good. Yes. And I loved watching like the nature channels back in the day, like Jacques Cousteau and anything. And I loved Lassie. I always said I was going to get a Lassie dog. I used to tell my mother I'm getting a Lassie dog when I grow up. I never got a Lassie dog. Twins with Schwarzenegger and DeVito. Oh, there was a the Money Pit. I don't know if anybody's seen the Money Pit. Sort of like real estate mobbing. It was called the Money Pit. Mutual Omaha, Wild Kingdom. Let's see. If we're talking music, well, music is a whole nother story. Like I was like a huge, big music person back in the day. The Sixth Sense, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Pink Floyd, the Moody Blues, Jimi Hendrix, Eric Clapton. I am haunted by waters. River runs through it. That was good. Steely Dan, Santana, my favorite. One of my favorites is Carlos Santana. Love, love, love. Yeah, I've seen him a few times. Then there's a group called the Average White Bands that I really liked. Like back in the 80s, I got to see all those 80s groups at the Pier in New York City. Peter Frampton. I saw Peter Frampton. I saw him at a university in New York. The Philadelphia Story Brand X. David Attenborough. Yes, yes. Deep Purple. Yes, I listened to Deep Purple. You love the Money Pit? Yeah, it was hilarious. Pink Floyd was your first concert? I'm trying to remember what was my first I think my first concert was Chicago and the Beach Boys. I think that might have been my first concert. Yeah, Chicago. I saw Chicago and the Beach Boys together. Oh, you're 27? I'm 67. So you're probably listening to stuff like in the live stream here saying like what the hell? The B-52s, the Talking Heads, Genesis. Yes, I love the B-52s. The Average White Band was so great. Jefferson Airplane, Starship, I used to listen to. Um, Diana Ross. I love Michael Jackson. Sorry, guys. Still love Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson wakes me up every morning with my ringtone. Bob Marley, yeah, Iron Butterfly. The band was mine. Let's see, the first concert was Iggy Pop and BB King. Oh, that's cool. They're stalking Youngbloods too. I'm conflicted on MJ. I love Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was a targeted individual, guys. Linda Ronstadt, I listened to her. Joni Mitchell, Janice Ian. The Moody Blues. Listen to the Moody Blues. Had their albums at one time. I don't know where they are. BB King, Sonny Ed. Sade. She was really good back in the day. Sade. Stevie Nicks. Barbara Streisand movies. Oh yeah, she was very good actually. She's a pretty good actress. Yeah, she was a good actress. And I liked Cher in her film In Excess. Yeah, Marvin Gaye, Jethro Tull. Yeah, listen to Jethro. Well, most of the guys that I hung out with listened to Jethro Tull. Michael Jackson was a targeted individual, folks. Yes, A Star is Born. Both were good. Smooth Operator. Yes, she was so cool. Very cool. Yeah, it's fun, like reminiscing about old times and old movies and old music. Old music is so good. Survivor, yes. Journey, Mike, Foul Play, The Clash. USA used to have an amazing pop culture. We did. It was. It was very good. It was. But anyway, guys, I'm going to say goodnight to everybody. Maybe in the next live stream, we'll reminisce more about music. Or how about foods? Well, thank you guys. Have a great night, everybody. And I will talk to you guys soon. Have a good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the criminals bite. Thin Lizzie's one of your favorite. You pray that everyone has a safe and blessed night. Yes, everybody have a safe and blessed night. And we all know what's going to happen to the perpy derpy doos, right? We all know what's going to happen to them. So we can rest assured that everything that they do to us is going to come back to them times 10. So have a good night, everybody.